How's it going, guys? Welcome to the UpTheCaps Podcast. We're back. This is podcast number 6. A lot to talk about. It's been a long time since the last season, and yeah, I guess we'll just jump into it right away. If we've missed you guys, we've missed doing this. We're happy to be back. So thank you again for all the supporters on Instagram and all that, and we just want to say a huge thank you for a good first year. We promise that this year will be a lot better from us and will be a lot more consistent, and we're hoping to be there more. So, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
For sure.
But let's jump in, Fadi.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. I just want to thank the fans again for all the support that we've been getting on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. People have been asking for obviously more podcasts and stuff like that, and we said we will be more consistent hopefully this season. But yeah, I'm just really excited for this new season, 2020, and we have our first game on Saturday, which is a home opener, which is great opportunity for us to see the guys get together and go out and play competitively. Yes, we did a few preseason games, but this is where it counts. The first game on Saturday, and there's something about this season. There's a general sense of excitement, around the club, the fans, the new signings, all over social media. Everyone's saying they can't wait to see the Whitecaps play and all that, and it's been great, and it's creating some sort of a positive environment, and this is how you get results. The fans are behind the players, and fresh start, new season, it'll be great, and we're playing a decent team as well, so there's a chance of actually winning. So I think it'll be great. I can't wait for Saturday. We will be there for sure.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, and
hope to see people. We'll be wearing our hoodies for sure.
For sure, we will be wearing our hoodies. Sure. Yeah, so.
But no, definitely, I've seen a new kind of. It's like a whole new attitude for the Whitecaps. Even the media, everything has been different. I feel like they're way more on top of things, and they're posting more, and they're trying to build the momentum, especially with the new opening that they're going to be doing before the games.
Yeah, the new tradition.
Exactly. Yeah, everyone getting an hour and a half, 90 minutes before the game. If you stand in the Terry Fox Plaza, they'll be walking through, so
it's you could actually see the great chance for the kids to see their favorite players and get an autograph, get a photo signed. I think
that's the best way to build a community, because when you're actually meeting the players that you're watching, it's more personal. Because then you're seeing them, and then you actually build a really good fan base.
100%, yeah.
That's how it should be. Really it shouldn't be they're strangers, because they're playing for your city. So I think that
of course
it's a great
it's that
idea.
Barrier, you just be closer to the fans and more involved in a lot of community events. We've been seeing Whitecaps all over the place, in terms of playing their part to give back to the community and raise awareness for things like the Bill Let's Talk and King Day and all that, which is great. This season it feels like it's going to be a good season. We've signed a lot of good players. Obviously, we're going to be talking about the new acquisitions. We start with Lucas Cavallini, club record signing. El Tank.
El Tank, yeah.
So I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know actually much about him. I can't say that I do. I've only seen
highlights,
a little bit, highlights exactly, but
YouTube,
he has played in a good league, in the Mexican league, and I personally think it's a very competitive league, very good league. So to be able to play there and come to MLS, I don't think there will be any problem for him. Yeah. He's been doing good in the preseason. $6 million is a lot of money. It's the biggest signing that Whitecaps ever spent on a player, right? $6 million. It's a lot of money compared to Ali Adnan's, who's 1.5.
Yeah, and when we signed Ali Adnan last year, and we were talking about wow, this is a big, it's a bold statement. Yeah. And then Whitecaps come out this season and they sign a big player with even more money, almost double or triple the price they paid for Ali Adnan. So that tells you enough. It's a big statement by the club, and their intentions are to compete and to get back to the top. Hopefully we make playoffs, and he's an established striker, for Team Canada, and to play like you said in the Liga MX, it's not easy. It's a tough league, long league as well, and we see how the Mexican clubs do when they play, against other teams in North America and stuff like that. So
it's like when El Tigres played Whitecaps.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so it'll be great.
I think it's what we needed as well. We were missing like a true striker
Yeah,
last year, and hopefully, Cavallini is going to be the thing we needed to just finish the chances.
that's true.
I'm glad that they invested a lot of money into a proper striker.
Mm-hmm.
Not that Montero isn't doing a good job, but
Yeah.
he's not that same like
No, look, yeah,
killer instinct
The thing about-
finishing, right, that El Tank has.
yeah,
So I know I'm excited to see him play, and hopefully, like I was saying, I'm very critical of Whitecaps all the time, and I was saying if he doesn't score, 1 or 2 goals on Saturday, I'll be kind of disappointed for that. But
a lot of people are saying we're expecting a hat trick on Saturday, and I'm like, yeah, rightfully so. He's a great player, and he's proved himself in a different league. So one thing about he can finish, he can dribble, he's physical, he's good in the air. So like, you need that kind of a striker for a league like the MLS. Last season we were guilty of not finishing our chances.
Oh, definitely.
And paying the price for it on like a counter attack, or sometimes in some games you don't create a lot, so you have to take that one chance you create and just tuck it in, score. Hopefully he can do it for us this season. And Mark Dos Santos also said, he gave him a lot of praise. He said he was our number 1 target. There was no other alternative.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he said we went out and we just wanted to sign him and no one else. That's it. For that position, he'll be starting our number 9, and that's why we paid a lot of money for him. Because,
a lot of money.
Yeah, because that was the number 1 target, and there was nothing, like no one else was on the radar, and he mentioned like even last season there were talks about signing him, so they were like preparing and planning for it, and I'm just glad they got the deal done. And it's not easy to sign a player with that much money, with the MLS and the cap and all that, so it's good. We also got few more players this season. Talk about for sure. Yeah, which is and also a lot of people left too.
Yeah, which we'll get
towards the end of last season. Yeah, so it's definitely going to be a good opportunity for like obviously the team chemistry, and for them to get together and play a competitive match after all the preseason games they played. So
we could talk about before we talk about the rest of the signings. We could start with the departed players. So
who left last season?
A couple actually, big players for us that played a lot last year. PC to San Antonio.
And
USL. So big. It's surprising to see a downgrade for a player that I thought he fit in this level. I don't think that there should have been any reason to make the USL, but I guess it's the nature of the business. If you can't.
Personally, I thought he might get a second chance, to prove himself this season, but I
didn't think he was anything special, for sure. Yeah. But hey, I guess it happens, right? It's the nature of the business. So
that's part of the business, yeah. And Felipe also left. To
DC United.
Yeah. Okay. Lucas Venuto signed for Santos. That was all towards the end of the season.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah, last year as well.
But the main thing for the summer was Daniil Henry's departure.
Oh yeah, I agree.
When he signed for the South Korean side in the Korean Premier League. I still think we lack in that center back spot. The defensive, like the center back spot. Yeah, I still think we're lacking there, and I think Eric Godoy is still injured, so he won't be able to play on Saturday. I'll probably be Yasser Khamiri, and who else?
I don't remember.
Let me see. I had the thing written down here.
No, but speaking of center backs, that was one thing we talked about a lot last year. There was no captain, and I don't know,
leader,
and I feel like we still. I mean, maybe it could be Cavallini, but usually, good.
You just need someone to rally the players. Set the tone for the pressing and all that.
When you have a lot of international, it's hard, but when you have that one guy to kind of lead and talk through it, it makes a big change. Actually, it makes a big difference.
For sure.
So center back would be good. It doesn't look like we signed that true center back that we need to control the game from the back, which could be a little bit of a problem, I think, because we score 3 but we get scored on 5.
That's
still gonna lose, right?
So you still concede,
Yeah, that was a big change. The Daniil Henry one was definitely a big shock for me, especially to a South Korean side, but hey, I guess his decision, I guess.
Yeah, and the best move for him and for the club, I guess. But we still ended up securing the signing of Godoy. So he was on loan from Cologne, but he joined at the end of the season. It's really good. Once he's back from his injury, we'll be fine in that. spot, but we might need one more depending on how the season goes. Who knows? Also, what's his name? Milinkovic.
Milinkovic,
signed on loan from Hull City. Seems like a good player when you watch him on
yeah,
videos
that's
and all
that's
that.
actually I'm actually excited. I think not a lot of people talk about him because we have Cavallini, but I think usually players like that, especially coming from playing in England,
that's a hard league.
That's very difficult.
Championship is long, 24 teams, and you play like what?
It's essentially like it's Premier League, almost like it's the same teams that are going up and down. Especially Hull City's been a lot of times.
Yeah,
so
they're one of the top sides in that league.
They usually always go.
Yeah.
So and that's gonna. So yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited to see him actually.
He'll be
Should
good,
be good.
yeah.
I think he's gonna be a very underrated player for me.
Yeah.
I think one of the more exciting players. I'm very excited to see in the field. A winger.
Yeah,
I
didn't know
winger.
about him, but when I saw the highlights on YouTube and his goals and all that, he seems like he can. For a winger, obviously, he dribbles, he's got the pace, he can finish when he's in the box. He's a little bit physical too, coming from that league as you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he'll be good. I think should start on Saturday.
I would love to see it.
Yeah,
I'd love to see all the new players start.
Yeah, like
I think
just to
it's the
get
best game.
just to get an idea of like who they are and how they play and their style, and it'll be great for the fans, obviously.
I agree.
Yeah, and we have also who else did we sign?
So we have Leonard Owusu. Yeah. Midfielder actually played in the Israeli Premier League. So I don't know much about the league myself. I don't think we both don't know.
Not really, because it's hard to,
Yeah,
you don't watch
keep up with everything,
league,
Yeah. But no, that'll be, hopefully, I guess if Whitecaps saw something in him, then
he looks very dynamic, center defensive mid.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Collect the second ball. He can be physical and all that.
Hopefully, he's another good kind of pairing to Mbam. Mbam was good, but now I think he needed one more person to be there with him as well.
But the thing about Mbam is he's more of like an offensive-minded player.
Technical, yeah, exactly.
So and he's technical, so you need him up there.
That's true.
So to do the dirty work and the defensive work, you need a guy like him. Because he's physical, he's got the pace, he can defend, he can cover all that. Like when Mbam pushes up, he can cover the midfield, and you don't have to worry about a counter attack or something because you got your center backs, your left, like the wing backs will obviously drop and help out too. So I think that's a good signing as well, and it didn't cost that much money, so it's not that big of a risk for the club.
Exactly, but it does take it up an international spot. So
for sure, yeah, that's
so
the only thing.
For me, that's the main thing, right? It's the international spots because you only have so many to sign great players. So
that's true. Yeah.
Let's see. Next we have a Ranko Veselinovic from Serbia.
Yeah. Super young.
Young player. I think he's good CV, good resume.
Yeah.
We'll see. Young guy. I think this would be perfect setting for him in the MLS.
See how he adapts to the league and the style of play and what Mark Dos Santos wants from him. He's very young, but
center
obviously they saw something special. Yeah. I
don't think he'll play on Saturday. Maybe as a second half.
Yeah. Maybe.
We'll see. But no, I'm excited. I'm excited to see. So it's a good signing there. Then we have the last signing I believe we have is Christian De Jong, another winger.
De Jong, yeah, from Colombia.
Colombia?
Yeah, I think he's available for Saturday as well, and he seems good.
Young guy too as well. No?
Yeah, he's in his like mid-20s.
Okay.
So established player in the Colombian league, but he's good. He's a good winger. We need that pace. We definitely need that pace.
That's we're lacking, man.
Yeah, and so it's gonna be a long season, and you need. If someone gets injured, you need to have
depth,
squad depth, which is very important. We know in this league, and if he's not doing well, you sub him out. You put on like someone else, and like Jordi Reyna or something. It's good, because we're not sure about Las Bangora's future too. I don't know what's gonna happen. He might be going back to Spain, so we'll see. What else we have? That's it, I think. Other than the homegrown players, signing.
Yeah, obviously, we have always with the college draft.
Yeah.
Nowinski came from a college draft, the MLS draft. So and he's been doing great. So
it's a good
we'll see. But it's also the draft, right? It's college players, right? So it's gonna be definitely a big change. But we'll see if they make the
lots of
impact on
young
the field.
players, and
Lots of
I
young
think Mark
players.
Dos Santos wants to look for obviously the future and like.
Yeah, but is he gonna have a job in the future if they don't do well? That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. I gave him a lot of smack last
You did.
last
You
year.
really did. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still
So,
really
yeah.
not Mark Dos Santos like huge fan of the guy. Coaching, he's a nice guy, but in terms of a coach, I don't think he did that well of a job last year. I think we had a decent team. We don't deserve to finish last.
No, that was a
But
pretty bad season. But
that's,
the past is the past. We put that behind us,
Exactly,
I guess.
exactly. We build off of that, and especially with the
Most
players we have
important-
now.
Yeah, the squad looks fine. It looks good, especially with the addition of players like Cavallini and also like we could be like the dark horse of the league, kind of. Sort of
like,
say.
the, underdogs.
Yeah, the underdogs. Like we can probably surprise few teams here and there if we just finish our chances, play well, and just learn from each game. Like every game we play, we have to take like something out of it, the positives and negatives. Obviously, you view everything and you just improve on that. Even last season, yes, it was a terrible season, but I'm sure Mark Dos Santos and some of the players, they learned a lot from last season, because the seasons that you do bad,
First year,
and like when you have a bad season, I'm sure like it will stay with you for like a while. Oh, I remember playing this team and I did this and this. I'm gonna try not to do it again. You don't remember the games you win a lot, but you remember the games you like lost badly.
Those are the ones you regret the most.
Exactly. That's what like it stays with you. So I'm sure like everyone has learned something, and
I mean you can only go up from there, especially from last place. You can only hopefully.
Was it us that finished last, or Cincinnati were like even worse?
In our division.
In our
division
conference.
because that's the one that's playoffs, right? So
yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see how it goes on Saturday.
I'm very excited for Saturday. Today's a Thursday, by the way. So the game's actually in 2 days.
2 days, yeah.
We'll be there again.
Two sleeps.
2 sleeps. Yeah. Hopefully try to get there a little bit early. Try to get some footage. So if you do see us, if you're watching
come
this,
say hi.
come say hi, definitely. We'd love to, feature you guys on the
something.
videos, I think. Because we do it, for the people. We don't want to ever feel like it's our own thing.
Yeah, it's not just only us. Obviously, if you see us there, and
because we all are supporting the same thing.
For sure,
right?
yeah, and just come out. Say what you have to say, your opinion. Whether it's before the game or after the game, or your score predictions, all that. It's really good.
We need it, man. Vancouver needs a playoff, run.
For sure.
Playoff run for sure.
We just need like more. Like I said in the beginning of when we started recording about the positive environment, this whole thing is like really good. Really good.
Slowly. Even and that's how we look at it, right? Like, yes, Whitecaps are definitely making a push to build their fans, but I feel like we're a help for that as well, because we do want to build that community and build that excitement.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we are lacking it. So this is kind of like playing our part.
Yeah.
For it.
You just got to do it
slowly.
And,
it takes time.
It will take time.
Just
for
like
sure,
the team.
Yeah.
But speaking of
Saturday's
big game. It's a home opener. When you have a home opener as your first game, it is huge, because it's your first ever game in your home stadium. Everyone's excited. It's been a long year off, and nerves and excitement. And what are your thoughts, going into this? Going into Saturday.
I'm gonna be like positive about the Saturday game, and I think we can get a good result. Like I think we will win. Looking at our squad and their squad, there's not really that much of a difference between us. I think that's a winnable game for the Whitecaps for sure. Hopefully everyone stays healthy for that game, like for that during like the practices with the next couple of days and all that. Like you said, it's the first game of the season. This is where it counts. Let's get a win before going to LA away, and it's just a chance to show the fans that there's a lot of excitement. So let's just get a win. I think it's really good. And the last thing you want is like losing the first game of the season. It's not the end of the world. Yes, it's a long season, but I think we can win against them. They're not that great of a side, and they were like average mid-table too in their conference. So I don't know. They signed like a couple of good players, like Winston Reed, played for West Ham back in the day.
Yeah, which actually I wanted to bring up that point. Actually, it's a great signing. Very so much experience.
Lots of experience.
And from just from history, every player that's came from one of the top leagues in the world, has always done well.
Yeah.
It's like that's and there's a reason for it. It's not a mistake. It's no coincidence that someone coming from Premier League is going to do great in MLS.
They were in the Premier League for a reason, right?
Exactly.
It's the quality they bring with them.
Everyone that's came has done well. So I honestly, I think it's going to be very tough, because comparing, the center backs in the league, an average center back, to someone like Reed that's played West Ham, big games in the Premier League against the best players in the world.
United, Liverpool, and all
it'll be tough for sure. And I think it's going to be a very good test for Lucas Cavallini, Altank, and the other attacking players.
It'll be great.
Obviously, same mentality. I think that it's a team game, so
of course everyone has to play their part, obviously, right? So yeah, I mean, Mark DeSantis said something in one of the press conferences, and he said, like, we will give you the opportunity or put you in that position where you can be successful, but you also have to take responsibility for that position. You have to be serious about it. Playing for the Whitecaps, it's not like a privilege, but it's like you have to earn that.
Definitely.
You earn your spot on the field and all that. So he said to them in one of the videos that everyone's here for a reason. You're here in Vancouver because we believe that you can bring this to the team, you can bring that to the team, and which is really good and makes sense, to have that trust in your players to tell them why they're here. You're not here just to fill a spot on the bench or to complete the starting lineup. No, you're here, you're starting because we believe you're the best man for that job at that position. So it's really good. And for the first time in Vancouver Whitecaps history, we have a sporting director, so the club is looking more and more like following the European model, which is really important. The sporting director is involved with the manager, the head coach, and everyone, all of them making a collective decision, and in regards of who to bring and who to sign and who's the best for, that's what you need.
What a resume he has as well.
Exactly, from the Bundesliga, and experienced guy, and he has a lot of things to bring.
So definitely
to bring, and to have that position open for the first time, and you get a guy from the Bundesliga, you're already it's really good. It's really good for us.
I'm glad about that. We forget about these. These are the small things,
details that
make a big difference into the club. But we will get into the game more after one short break. Yeah. Sporting Kansas, 7:30, home game. What are you expecting, I guess? Well, I know we've talked about it a little bit, but we'll get into it a little bit more detail now.
Yeah, I don't know if they played any preseason games, but we did. We played 6 games. We won a couple of them, and we tied one, and we lost the other ones. We all know preseason results is not a reflection of how your team is and how good are they, but it's just a chance, to get back into the pace of the game and all that, and for fitness, chemistry. So personally, I think we're looking good. We can get a positive result on Saturday, and I'm just looking forward to it. I like home games a lot, obviously, because the fans are here, everything, and I wish every season we get a home opener like that. So it's a good opportunity to get a win and to see the guys play for the first time together competitively. I don't know. What do you think? What are your predictions?
Yeah, no. I said what I needed to say about this game. I think it should be definitely a win. Like I said, Lucas Altank should have hopefully 2 or 3 goals. I think.
Yeah, hopefully.
Especially on a side like this, would be a great confidence booster and a great way to go into the next game. But like I said, the first game with nerves and everything, it's very hard to say.
It could also be hard, yeah.
But that's when the best players shine, for me personally, and these are the stages that
under pressure
have the moments. I'll never forget Ali Adnan's first game, missed the PK.
The chip, right?
The chip.
Against
so
LA.
And still, that's the things people don't forget, and I'll never, that was the best time to showcase what you can do. First 5 minutes of the game, score a PK, move on. That's it. The simple things are what make the difference. So
that's true.
He's made a big impact. So hopefully, I think expect a big season for Ali Adnan. He seemed to be the cover boy of Whitecaps recently. So
for sure,
we'll see about that. But
scored a couple of free kicks too in the preseason.
Yeah, so we'll see if that could translate into the season, and we get a great season out of him. And I'll be very.
He's a reliable player in that left back spot. He pushes forward a lot, which is good, but he also has to remember to come back and defend. I'm sure they've went over it. With him.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I expect a lot from him. I'm definitely sure of that.
He's one of the top teams on the team, top players on the team right now. So a lot is expected from him, and I hope he delivers on game days. So
that's Kansas. So moving on, after we win from Sporting, we are going to LA. Very, very interesting matchup to have as the second game against a huge team. Away in their home stadium. Now, especially with LA's lost Ibrahimovic, but they acquired a huge striker in Chicharito Hernandez.
Yeah.
It's a different style, going from a big striker, very technical, good finishing, to more quick, younger player that's also.
What is it? No way. What happened? Go, bro. Check. What happened? Don't tell me.
They signed Chicharito. Great player.
Yeah.
Great signing. And he's going to have a very big season. Very big season. And I think he's going to do great for LA. I think he's a great signing, and they're lucky to have him.
Yeah, they always acquire those superstars,
That's LA, man.
That's
they
LA.
Have the money,
Everyone
right?
wants to go to LA and play there,
and
they don't mind making a little bit extra money and being in Hollywood and the spotlight and everything. And they're obviously one of the top teams, if not like top 3, obviously in the league. So when players like that go there, they know they have a chance of winning another title, make even more money, and kind of like cement their legacy. So
it's funny because LA is like one of those teams where they're always like a strong team to play against.
Yeah.
Because of their superstars, but they're
course.
never like a fully developed side.
Mm-hmm.
That because when's like the last time they won the league, or sorry, the playoff? In the last couple of years, Seattle, Toronto, like different teams, because they have Atlanta, fully established teams in every position. But it's because LA has these like 1 or 2 superstars that it's a huge team. But no, they're one of the sides that they can be beat for sure, because 1 or 2 names doesn't make the side
for sure. Yeah,
but we'll see. It's going to be definitely an exciting game.
It'll be
but we'll talk more into that game after this
as we build up to that. That
it's a little bit ahead, but it's good to kind of know who you're up against.
Know, of course. Yeah. What else?
I guess we could summarize it from here, but
yeah, I hope everyone comes out to the game, support your team, even show up at the Terry Fox Plaza and get your posters and shirts, and
honestly,
get some autographs, get some photos taken. Remember, it's the last thing the players will see before they start warming up and start playing. That's so true. It'll be great. And I heard the gates will be open around 6:30. So that's like almost an hour and a half before the game, to allow more people to enter, obviously, to the stadium. So it'll be great. And I'm looking forward for a great atmosphere at BC Place. And I really believe we can win this game and start the new season good. And about the LA game, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And we take one game at a time and get the positive results and move forward. That's it. This season, we need to get in. I personally think we are capable of making a playoff spot, depending on how the other teams will do or will perform throughout the season. But we have to worry about ourselves only, for the players, just stay healthy, remain professional, do your job. And for Mark DeSantos, just obviously best of luck. So I'm looking forward to the Saturday game.
Saturday we'll be there, hopefully a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be kind of funny, if we get some people, take pictures with us as well in front of the players. Make a statement, that there's other big guys in town.
Yeah, the boys are back in town.
I think it'll be great to kind of get noticed a little bit by them, but also it would be cool by the end of the year if you know, because we're doing this tradition, if we get, you know, more people that, you know, are supporters to like wear, you know, the Up the Caps hoodies and T-shirts.
For sure, yeah.
I think that would be crazy.
I think there's a lot of big things coming, especially for us this season.
Definitely, we're yeah.
Because when we started Up the Caps last season, as you know, we started like, you know, 5-6 games into the season, and we weren't fully prepared. And I think for this season we'll be more consistent for sure. We're gonna be doing lots of you know, giveaways, for example, like shirts and hoodies and things like that. And we're gonna be attending more games, obviously. And definitely become like more involved in the club and around it, so it'll be great. And like you said before, we're just doing our parts and helping the club establish that, you know, that reputation. We need more people for sure to come out, and it's the only professional soccer team we have in the city, so we have to support them, and these are our players, and we just get behind them. That's it.
100% agree.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Up the Caps for the people, by the people. You know, that we do it for you guys and for the love of the game, obviously. But this Saturday we'll be there in our hoodies. Come say hi, come talk, and hope you guys enjoyed. Just remember, like Fatty said, big things coming this year. We're hopefully gonna make a big impact. That's the plan.
For sure.
You know, trust me, we are, you know, getting into work. We are doing our thing. So I hope you guys don't forget about us. Thanks again to the fans that, you know, message us, and the ones that like our stuff all the time.
We read everything.
We do recognize, trust me.
Everything.
And we know we're not anything special, but like I said, this is a community.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, as always, remember, Up the Caps.
And
enjoy.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for watching. This is the first one back, and we'll see you guys
next week.
in a couple days. Yeah, in a week.
Okay.
All right. Take care. Bye.